Waiting for the red bar on YouTube Live. Sometimes it gets hung up. Oh. All right. Should be live. Hope so. Anyway, welcome to Just Curious Media. This is Let's Talk Movies, and I'm Jason Connell. On the show today, I'm talking about the 1989 movie, The Karate Kid Part 3. I mentioned this in previous episodes. We did The Karate Kid Part 2, and this completes the trilogy. The reason for this being on Let's Talk Movies is because I thought it'd be fun to share these scene-by-scene breakdowns. The reason I did The Karate Kids is because I do another show called Let's Talk Cobra Kai, and we explored them. It's a must, a prerequisite, if you will, for being a fan of Cobra Kai. There's so many things in these movies that you can pull out. Also, they're just fun in their own right. Now, I have to say, The Karate Kid Part 3 is the weakest of the bunch. No doubt about it. Karate Kid 1, Karate Kid, also known as The Karate Kid, amazing, magical, holds up. The Karate Kid Part 2, really good. Great love story. It's not a recreation of the first movie. It's very different. They're in Okinawa. It's a whole other story. The Karate Kid Part 3, it's a miss, no doubt. But there's a lot of beauty in it. There really is. They go to the Enos house in Los Angeles, that famous house that you've seen in Blade Runner. There's great bad guys with Kreese and Silver. And these guys become mainstays in Cobra Kai. So you can't miss it. They always reference the past. And over time, I've appreciated the Karate Kid Part 3 more because it's just so bizarre at times. But this was under the Just Curious Media banner, of course. And this particular podcast recording was the first one we did post Netflix, meaning when Netflix got involved with Cobra Kai, things changed, or it was one of the first after Netflix got involved. That's when the show became even more popular because we were doing Let's Talk Cobra Kai long before Netflix. It was on YouTube Red for a while, and that changed everything. We got so many more subscribers and fans, and our show got bigger and bigger, which is amazing. But we did this original episode of Karate Kid Part 3 on October 16th, 2020. And again, my co-host, as usual, Sal Rodriguez, is on Let's Talk Cobra Kai, and he does the deep dive, scene-by-scene breakdown with me on the Karate Kid Part 3. You will hear the original intros and outros because I left them. I didn't want to change anything. So there's an intro for this episode, but once we get into the episode, which is the Karate Kid Part 3, you're going to hear that intro, outro as well. And also, all of you on YouTube Live, unfortunately, or fortunately, you will have to download the audio podcast version to hear it. They're separate, pieces of content. I couldn't connect it here. So this is more of an intro, setting things up, and then enjoy it. I hope you do. So without further ado, please enjoy the Karate Kid Part 3. So thank you so much for listening, and please be sure to subscribe to the Let's Talk Movies podcast, as well as the Let's Talk Movie YouTube live channel. You can also really help us by giving this show a 5-star rating on Apple Podcast. And for all you listeners that enjoy sharing your thoughts, you can leave us a review on Apple Podcast, send us a direct message, or post a comment on any Let's Talk Movies social media platform. We also highly recommend checking out our other podcast and visiting justcuriousmedia.com.